Your name is Muhammad, your nickname is Abu Hamid, and your title is Hujjatul Islam. During this time, your family earned a living through weaving wool, known as ghazal in this context. Instead of pride and self-admiration, humility was a significant aspect of your life. You led a simple life. You received your early education in Tuscarazin province, Iran, and later went to Nishapur, Iran to study under Imam al-Haramain. You spent your early life acquiring knowledge. In the year 454 AH, the famous Vizier Nizam ul-Mulk appointed you as the head of the Nizamiyya Madrasa in Baghdad. After 4 years of teaching and writing in Baghdad, you left for Mecca with the intention of performing Hajj. You also traveled to Damascus and Jerusalem multiple times and stayed in Syria for 10 years, during which you wrote great works such as Ihya Ulum al-Din. After this, you continued your travels between Hejaz, Baghdad, and Nishapur, finally returning to your hometown of Tus, where you engaged in worship and spiritual exercises. Until your last breath, you were devoted to preaching and worship. You prepared numerous scholars who played a significant role in the reformation of society. You wrote hundreds of books on topics such as tafsir, hadith, ilm al-kalam, fiqh, usul al-fiqh, Sufism, ethics, logic, and philosophy. The most famous of your works is Ihya Ulum al-Din, which holds a fundamental place among books written on Sufism and ethics. In this book, he beautifully elaborated on knowledge, creed, purity, cleanliness, the pillars of Islam, the etiquettes of prayer, the etiquettes of eating and drinking, and other manners of life. He passed away at the age of 55 on a Monday in the year 505 in Tus and was buried there. Shah Waliullah. Shah Waliullah was born in 1703 AD in a respectable family in Delhi. His paternal lineage traces back to Hazrat Umar Farooq, and from his mother's side, it reaches the revered Imam Musa Kazim of Al-Bayt. At the age of 7, he memorized the Quran. His father, Shah Abdul Rahim, was a renowned Islamic scholar. Shah Waliullah received his early education from his father and then furthered his studies in tafsir, usul al-tafsir, hadith, fiqh, and other sciences under various teachers. During his travels, he studied the 6 major hadith collections and received permission to narrate hadith from numerous scholars. After his father's death, Shah Waliullah engaged in teaching and issuing fatwas at Madrasa Rahimiyya. He continued the reformative work initiated by Mujaddid al-Thani and his associates, accelerating its pace. Shah Waliullah strived to unify the Muslim community and establish a strong Islamic state. He emphasized the need to abandon immoral behaviors and non-Islamic customs, encouraging Muslims to live like the early generations of Islam. To strengthen the political position of Muslims, he corresponded with kings and nobles. Notably, Ahmad Shah Abdali acted upon Shah Waliullah's famous letter, resulting in the defeat of the Marathas in the Battle of Panipat. Shah Waliullah also worked on social reforms, opposing the societal taboo against the remarriage of widows and discouraging extravagance during happy and sorrowful occasions. By overcoming this obstacle, Shah Waliullah enabled more people to become acquainted with the teachings of Islam. Since Fath al-Rahman was in Arabic, very few people could understand it. Shah Waliullah translated the Quran into Persian, which was the scholarly language of Muslims in that region. This translation is not for everyone but intended to increase understanding among scholars. Shah Waliullah's most famous works are Alfaz al-Kabir and Hujjatullah al-Baligha. In Alfaz al-Kabir, he clarified Islamic beliefs and teachings with arguments, emphasizing adherence to divine commands rather than man-made religions. He highlighted the necessity of economic stability for a virtuous life, arguing that while being financially strong can protect against many evils, excessive focus on wealth can lead to neglect of spiritual life. Therefore, a balanced approach is the path to salvation. Shah Waliullah passed away in 1762. Sheikh Abdul Haq Muhaddith Deelvi. Sheikh Abdul Haq ibn Yusufuddin was born in January 1551 in Delhi. He was given the title Muhaddith Deelvi. A distinguished scholar and hadith expert of the Mughal era, his contribution to the promotion and dissemination of hadith knowledge in India is unforgettable. His ancestors migrated from Bokhara to Delhi, accompanied by a group of disciples and followers. His father, Muhammad al-Malik, had a passion for poetry and literature. In the Qadariya order, Sheikh Abdul Haq was a disciple and authorized representative of Sheikh Abdul Qadir Panipati. At the age of 17, Sheikh Abdul Haq completed his studies in the prevalent religious sciences and memorized the Quran in 1 year. His spiritual connection was with the Qadariya order, and his devotion centered on Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani. Sheikh Muhaddith Deelvi had immense love and reverence for the Prophet Muhammad and everything associated with him. Whenever he visited Medina, he would remove his shoes and walk barefoot out of respect. His book, Madari al-Nubawa, is a highly regarded work that covers the etiquettes of life comprehensively. Sheikh Abdul Haq was not only a distinguished teacher and spiritual guide but also an accomplished author. He continued his teaching and writing throughout his life, and he maintained his independence by not seeking the favor of rulers or government officials. He traveled to the holy lands of Hijaz and spent 3 years there, performing Hajj and visiting sacred places. He also took spiritual guidance from Sheikh Abdul Wahhab Mutakai and pledged allegiance to him in the Naqshbandi order. In Multan, he pledged allegiance to Hazrat Khwaja Beki Billah. After pledging allegiance to his respected father, he continued to benefit from his father's guidance. Sheikh Abdul Haq played a crucial role in introducing the science of hadith in India. He taught hadith to people in an exemplary manner, and all his writings are of exceptional quality. His works, especially those on the life of the Prophet, hold a significant place in Islamic scholarship. Their defense of the noble Quran, the accurate representation of the status and rank of Prophet Muhammad, and the eradication of the mischief of their time were significant achievements. One of your distinguishing qualities was your condemnation of innovation bid'ah and your opposition to ignorant Sufis who separated Sharia Islamic law from Tariqa Sufi path. You conveyed to the people that Sharia and Tariqa are not separate entities. You authored over 100 works covering various scholarly subjects. Your contributions to the science of hadith will be remembered forever. Some of your renowned works include Lama'at al-Tanqi fi Sharh Mishkat al-Masabih, Ashiyatul Lamat Sharh Mishkat, Madari al-Nubawa, Jadb al-Qulub ila Diyar al-Mabub, and Akbar al-Akyar. You passed away in 1642 AD and were buried by the edge of Haus Shamsi.